So yesterday, like no, we had gone through like no, basically what is the DBMS, what is like no RDBMS, and like no, what is a SQL, and like no, we tried to create some of the DB objects, right?
Yes.
So any doubts or any questions you have from yesterday's discussions before we go ahead?
No, nothing from Mr.
Okay. So like it's better like you quickly download and install, or at least like download it so that like I can help you with the installation.
Which SQL?
No, no, not SQL, Oracle. I mean to say.
Okay, okay, I will install. For SQL, can you show me how to do that connection?
No, even like after installing the Oracle only, you will get this SQL plus.
Yes, I installed that SQL developer, and after that we need to do some connections. Now it's asking.
Right. Like even for
Let
SQL development, you need to install it. You can just download the software, and
yes,
under
I
that you have
downloaded.
SQL. Yeah. Uh,
Once, let me share my screen. 1 minute.
okay. Let me see how I can.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
See, I need to click this one now.
Right. Create a connection. Yes.
Okay, what can we give here? Anything?
Just search SQL plus. Whether do you have SQL plus?
Where can I search?
In
We
the
can command prompt.
right here.
I think it is very easy when compared to SQL Plus.
Yeah, that is easy. But let's check in SQL plus whether you have any databases and all. If they are available, yeah, yeah, I think it's available. Yeah. Just click on it. Double click on it. Yeah.
It's
Or
not
say run
coming.
as administrator. Just,
It's not opening.
yeah. So like if it doesn't open from here, I think even from SQL developer it won't connect. That is in your local system. You have this. Can you
Yes.
just can you just go to C drive? C drive are the drives what you have.
Nothing. Yes.
I think nothing over here in the data. Go to C drive. Okay, go to program files once. Oracle inventory.
Then
Like, is this your personal laptop or
yes, it's personal laptop.
if it is personal laptop, you should be having admin privileges, right? So I'm just thinking like, no, why you're unable to open SQL Plus, or maybe it was like no deleted or something. You had Oracle and you uninstalled it. Just to open, try to open SQL Plus once again.
Okay.
Click to add the connection. No TNS entries found in user home directory. Oracle Home D app. If if you see it is saying Oracle Home is in D app product, but in D we don't see any folder app. Can you just see any folders are hidden or something?
Open C drive. We go to the drive. There is nothing. Here we can see
Digital
anything.
devices is this. Click on that setup.exe. Let's see. That is unzipped only, right? Folder is unzipped, right?
Ah, yes.
Okay, right click and say open the run as administrator. Yeah, let's wait.
Let's go. What is this and what is SQL developer both?
Oracle, what we are trying to install now is the database. Okay,
Now we are
the
installing
actual
this is the
SQL
data.
database.
Okay.
And
Okay.
SQL developer is the tool that we use to connect to Oracle database.
Okay.
Because the UI interface and all is good in SQL developer, we use that additional tool to connect to the Oracle database.
So for every what we can say SQL developer, we need their some database installation, and we can use some tools which is related to the database. Is it right?
Right. Yeah. Can you go to the installation? Yeah. Just give some email ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Uncheck that option. Yeah. Next.
connection failed. So
1 second. Connect to support.
okay, it's came.
Yeah. Create and configure a database.
Okay. Desktop class only, no?
Right.
Then
Okay. Use virtual account.
I think we can create now.
Or if you want, but why do you want to create a new Windows user for that?
Okay. Okay. Virtual account.
Okay.
It's coming like this.
No, no. I think that is because the next was clicked twice. I think so. Close this one. Okay. Continue. Yes. Yeah. Install. Just save this response file once.
Wait.
Oh, you started the install. Okay. Fine. No issues. allow access. Even check that first checkbox.
Wait.
And then maybe like we can start with some theoretical session. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So like basically yesterday we saw like we executed some of the commands, right? Like
Yes.
we executed a create table statement. Then we like fired some select statements to view the data. Then we like inserted the data using the insert statement, and we use the alter command to add a new column,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And even we had like written an update statement to modify the existing data, right? So
Yes.
basically these commands can be classified into 5 groups.
Okay.
Okay, first is the data definition language. Okay, under this definition language or the DDL, the commands are create, alter, and drop. It's just
Okay.
the like logical segregation. Okay, so because create means we are creating a table, alter we are modifying an existing table, and then dropping means you can drop an entire table or view or any object in the database.
Okay.
These three commands come under the DDL. Next is DML, data manipulation language, under which we have insert, update, and delete. Yesterday we have seen the insert and update commands, right? If
Yes.
possible, today we'll see the delete command as well.
Okay.
Basically, delete is used to delete the records in a table.
Yes.
Okay, insert to insert, delete is to delete. So basically, here we are manipulating the data.
Yes.
So that's the reason these commands are classified under DML, that is data manipulation language.
Okay.
Okay, then the third type is DCL, data control language. Okay, under this we will have commit and rollback, grant and revoke. Grant is nothing
Okay.
but like after creating a user, will be granting privileges. Just check whether
Okay.
it has stopped or
It's still 70% only.
yeah, like from almost 5-10 minutes it said 70%. So just got it. Just click Alt tab. Let's see if there is any pop up or something.
Wait.
Alt tab. Press the Alt and the tab keys. Okay. I think there is nothing. Okay. So I think it is taking some time. So we'll leave it for it to continue. So basically, under the data control language or the DCL, we have grant and revoke, two commands. Grant is to like grant a user the roles or the like privileges, granting the user some privileges. Revoke is nothing but the opposite of it, taking back the privileges that were granted to an user. Okay, and then
Okay.
we have DQL. DQL is nothing but the data query language. So under data query language, we have select. So basically, if you want to query the data in any table, we'll be writing the select statement, right?
Yes.
So it comes under the querying language, DQL. Okay. So now, yesterday, we had seen that a table consists of columns and rows, right?
Yes.
So every table can be broken into smaller entities called as fields. So a field is nothing but the column.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, under the table we have the columns and the rows, right? So the columns
Yes.
is nothing but the fields.
It's
Yesterday we had
okay.
created it: employee ID, employee name, salary, location. Those are the fields which are smaller than the table.
Okay.
And a record or row is nothing but the data that we insert. Okay. So, just one question. Can we insert a null value into a table?
Null value.
Yeah. Yesterday we had seen, right? We had inserted a data employee ID 101, employee name as Sham, and location as Hyderabad, and the salary as 25,000. Okay.
Yes.
I
Just I
don't
think
want.
we can comment as null now.
Right. So when we insert the values, we can just give semicolons and nothing under it. So it will create as a null record.
Yes.
Okay? So under the
We
insert
cannot
step,
oh, it automatically will come null, or we need to give null like that. By giving semicolon, it will be entered as a null.
see, there are two things. If you're just saying insert into values, okay,
Okay.
then we'll have to give all the columns. If it is a
Okay.
null, we need to specify the value as null. Okay.
Okay.
Or else there is one more command wherein we can say insert into, and we can give the column names on the top.
Okay.
Okay, employee ID, employee name, location, salary, and then under
Okay.
the values, if you just give 1 2 3 and leave it as blank, the fourth column, then it will take it
Okay.
as null.
Null automatically it will take.
Automatically it will take. But in that case,
Okay.
we'll have to specify the columns in the first insert into table is there, right? There we need to
Yes.
specify the columns.
Okay.
So that way, we can just no need to specify any value. So based on the order, it will check and it will insert the nulls wherever it doesn't
Okay.
find any data. Just to open task manager once, right click and say next to the Oracle on the empty space under
What
the
what?
toolbar next to no next to notepad you have this Oracle tools installation, right? Next there is some space, right?
Yes.
So right click and say task manager. We'll just see, yeah, how the task manager app you can open it.
We cannot see or anything.
So type once again the task manager in the
Yes, we
search
can able
box.
to are able to see.
Yeah, yeah. So click on Java platform.
Yes.
Just see whether any stats is changing or it is remaining the same. No, no, in the task manager.
Yeah, nothing. I think here it's changing.
No, I think from 14.7 it changed to 15.6. The CPU was earlier 14.7. Now it has changed to 15.6. So I think in the background it is trying to execute something. So it's like no, it's not in hang state. It's in active state only.
Here it's decreasing and come. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's in active state only. It's not in hang state. But it shouldn't take
It's
this
come.
much time.
See,
Maybe it's like
it's
no, for the
decreasing and coming
initial to
again.
15 minutes.
When we check in CP, it's coming to 16 and again 17 again. It's coming back. Check.
Right. So yeah, let's wait till I think it is doing something in the background. So let it execute. Okay. So
Okay.
we can insert the null value as well. But if you want to we have seen that to insert the null value we can just leave it as blank and define the column name, right? So what if I want to ensure that the salary is always available. Okay, if some of the user tries to insert a value, okay, tries to insert a record with the salary as null, then that record shouldn't get loaded into the table. Okay,
Okay.
in that case what we can do is we can, while creating the table, we can define that this particular column should be not null constraint. So we're just adding a constraint known as not null to that particular column so that it doesn't allow null values.
Okay.
So if any user tries to insert null value into the salary column, that record will get rejected.
Okay.
Similarly, if you want to if you want to similarly if you want to enable that constraint on other columns, so either while creating the table you need to specify that this column should be a not null column, or even after creating we can change it. So the same thing, you can use the alter command and we can modify that command to make that column as not null. But
Oh,
if you're trying to modify any existing table, and in that column if the values are already null, then it won't allow you to create that constraint.
okay.
Okay, because logically it doesn't make sense, right? You are making that column as not null but already there are some null values. So it's better as a best practice to define it at while creating the table itself if there are any constraints.
Okay.
Okay, similarly we
Okay.
have various other types of constraints. One is the primary key, which is widely used. So in any table we'll be creating a primary key. So primary key is nothing but to uniquely identify each row in a table.
Okay.
So if I create in the employee table, if I create employee id as the primary key, it won't allow you to insert one more record with the same employee id.
Yes.
So all the employee ids should be unique when it is a
Okay.
primary key. Okay, when we have defined the primary key constraint, then you cannot have duplicate values, and even primary key constraint will not allow you to insert null value.
Okay.
Okay, because null value, there is no value, right? So it is
Yes.
always unique, because since there is no value stored, it is also a unique value. But if you have a primary key constraint, it won't allow you null value.
Yes.
Similarly, you have unique key constraint. Okay, with the unique constraint, what it does is it will also not allow you to create duplicate values. The name itself
Okay.
implies, right? Unique. So the value should be unique. But the major difference between primary key and unique key is primary key will not allow null value, whereas unique key will allow null value.
Okay.
So both doesn't allow duplicate values, but in case of primary key, it will not allow null value.
Null
Whereas in
values.
unique constraint, yeah. Whereas in unique key constraint, it will allow null value.
Okay.
And then we have the foreign key constraint. Okay, this is nothing but the child to maintain the parent-child relationship.
Okay.
So, so like no, in the employee table, the primary key is employee ID. In the department table, the primary key is department ID. But
Yes.
in the employee table, what we'll create to is we'll create department ID as a foreign key. So that will
Okay.
ensure that like only the department IDs which are present in the department table will be allowed to enter.
Okay.
So like in the department table, if we have department IDs as 10, 20, and 30. Now
Okay.
in the child table, which is nothing but the employee table, if you try to insert a record, employee ID 1007, employee name as ABC, salary as 30,000, location as Delhi, and like if you try to insert a value department ID as 50, then it will throw you an error saying that 50 doesn't exist in the department table.
Okay.
So it will allow only 10, 20, or the 30 values.
Which is
So
common in
if
both
you
tables.
want to right, so if you want to like create an entry in the employee table with the department ID as 50, then first you need to go to the department table, create a record there with the department ID as 50, department location as Delhi, and whatever the other stuff you need to insert it. And then when you try to insert into the employee table, then it will allow, because the
Okay.
parent value exists in the parent table.
Okay.
So if the like okay, it has progressed, so that is good. So basically like that is used for the parent child relationships. We use the foreign key for parent child relationships. Okay, then
Okay.
we will have one more constraint known as default. Okay, so
Okay.
suppose like we have office only in Hyderabad. We don't have offices in other locations. But
Okay.
in future like but in future we might open branches in other cities or states, right? So what we can
Okay.
do is, while creating the table, we can say employee ID number, comma, location, varchar 2 of 100, default value as default, we can just say default, and we can specify the value as Hyderabad. So
Okay.
when you try to insert the record, no need to give that location value. It will by default
Okay.
create it as Hyderabad. It will not create a null record in the database table, but it will replace it with the default value what we specify.
Okay.
So that is the use of default constraint. We have seen the not null constraint. Okay, we have seen the primary key constraint. We have seen the foreign key constraint. We have seen the unique constraint, the default constraint, and I think mostly like these are the constraints that we like widely use. Okay,
Okay.
even when we create an index, a constraint will be created,
Okay.
but that is nothing to do with like the operations which I just said. But while retrieving the data from the database based on the indexed column, it will retrieve the data. So if you create indexes, it will be like fast. So basically we'll create the indexes for performance.
Okay.
Okay. So any doubts on the constraints?
Nothing. If you have PDFs or something, can you share the notes? I will go through that.
Sure, I'll just check and I'll try to like no share the documents. Okay.
Okay. Is there any chance? How can I communicate with you?
I think if you have anything, you can get in touch with these GeoLogica people. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
and they will like message me because like
Okay. Okay.
they are in between us, right? So if we try to bypass them, they might think that like no, we are doing business separately, which is not the case, right? So
Okay. Okay.
that's a yeah. Just we'll try to follow that protocol. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have any questions or doubts, you can reach out to the like Geologica team, and they'll reach out to me.
Okay. After installing this, what we need to do?
We'll practice all these
No. No.
constraints.
No.
Hmm,
This I think it's 87 percentage.
right. It's like no progressing instead of no with the instead that is good. It depends on your like the laptop configuration as well.
Okay.
So if the laptop configuration is bit low, it will take some time, right? So, but normally it takes around 15 to 25 minutes, okay, for the complete end-to-end installation. But since I think there is an already an existing DB, so it is comparing and it is trying to create one more database. So it is taking some time. Okay, so let this
Okay.
complete. Once that step
Okay.
completes, you just need to click on the next and finish. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. We'll connect tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Try to send me notes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I'll like
Okay.
no check and try to like no. I have like no lot of PDFs, but like no they have
Okay.
given like no some 300 pages, 400 pages. So if you have that patience, I'll send you those documents. If not, I'll try to like tailor it so that like whatever is relevant to us.
Okay, you can send that. I will go to that. Maybe I will get some more idea now. I will get more knowledge.
Okay, sure. I'll send them the complete PDF what we have.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Have good
Thank you.
night.
Okay, good night. Bye.